have some big news for all the people out there. I'm lactose intolerant. I can't eat cheese.
Welcome to Alex Going Radio.
Episode 4. What is it like to be brothers?
It's
It is actually fun.
It's not fun. Because Daniel is a maniac and Will is also a maniac.
And I cook eat everything.
And Daniel also gobbles like a pig.
Sometimes it can be pig.
Just sometimes.
That's really how he eats.
Did you know that almonds are a member of the peach family? Hello, darlings. This is Ursula Reverse-alot, your universal word reversal specialist. Oh, it pleases me so to think of words backwards. It really does allow you to get to know an entirely different side of a word you might otherwise take for granted. And words are such a delightful thing to understand better, don't you agree? Now, this week's word reversal is... Otamot. Otamot. Take your time and think about it, my lovelies. Just what could that word be? Otamot. While you are thinking, enjoy some more Alex Gordon radio.
Why did the cat like to pause his videos?
I don't know.
Because he has paws. Alex Gordon Radio. Where's it at?
So I told her that I wanted a long black trench coat. But instead, she couldn't find one, so what she did is she kind of got me. What she got is kind of like a skinny, long suit jacket. It's made of the material of a suit jacket, and it's got like, like that pattern. It kind of looks like flowers. It's got that kind of pattern on it, and instead of like a suit jacket collar, it's got this kind of just like a bridge collar, like a collar that's just shaped like that. And like trench coats, it has like the split down the middle. It's got that too. A trench coat is kind of like a very long suit jacket, except it's like not as skinny as one. And it has like a belt attached to it, so you can make it tighter around your waist. And if you want, you can put the collar up, and some trench coats have buttons on the collar, so you can button the collar up to keep your neck warm. Awesomeness!
Yeah, we're making a Rube Goldberg machine right now. A Rube Goldberg machine is a type of machine that basically takes a very simple thing to do and makes an incredibly complicated machine to do that task. Let's say you want to turn on a Christmas tree. You might start with a train, and like a miniature train, like a toy train, and you push it down the track. And there's a string across the track, and it will push the string, which will make, say, a marble fall down a track. And it'll knock something off. And that is also attached to a string, which would pull down some sticks, one of which is sharp, which hits a balloon, which pops, which was holding up something, and that will fall, which will make some dominoes fall, and then those dominoes will hit the switch that turns on the Christmas tree. Yeah, that was one that I've made.
Next.
Did you know that 2/3 of the world's eggplant is grown in New Jersey?
It's what happened when I turned 5. My whole life changed. Like, I had a different personality, different life, and like, only turned like different, and as well, like everything turned different. Yeah. I also changed by like getting taller. I'm bigger than usual. And I also changed by being lucky and not getting sick for like a bunch of weeks.
Alex Gordon Radio.
Remember, darlings, the word you're trying to irreverse is Otamot.
You are listening to Alex Gordon Radio.
I hear music, 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 music.
On today's segment of I Hear Music, we will be talking about Brazilian songwriter Antonio Carlos Jobim.
Antonio Carlos Jobim was born on January 25th, 1927 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. As a boy, Antonio moved with his mother to the seaside suburb of Ipanema, which would later provide the subject of his most famous song, The Girl from Ipanema. At 14, Jobim began to study piano and was influenced by the classical works of Debussy and Ravel, as well as the jazz work of the Duke Ellington Orchestra. In the early 1950s, after several years of performing in Rio nightclubs, Jobim became a staff arranger for local Brazilian record labels, where he also began to perform his own compositions. In 1956, Antonio wrote the musical score for a film called Black Orpheus, which gained international attention and kicked off a worldwide musical craze. This new musical craze, which featured Brazilian samba rhythms and jazz harmonies, became known as Bossa Nova, meaning new wave. After gaining widespread popularity in Brazil by the early 1960s, both on his own and through his work with singer-guitarist João Gilberto, Jobim soon began working and recording with many of the world's top musicians, including collaborations with jazz saxophonist Stan Getz and the legendary vocalist Frank Sinatra. Jobim is considered to be one of the most important songwriters of the 20th century. Many of his songs, including Desafinado, One Note Samba, Meditation, Corcovado, and How Insensitive, to name a few, have become jazz standards. He lived to be 67 years old.
To find out more about Antonio Carlos Jobim, you can look him up at your local library or on the internet. Remember that Jobim is spelled Jobim.
Alex Gordon Radio is brought to you by the imagination of young people everywhere.
Time's up, my darlings. Here is the reversed word, not reversed. Otamot is tomato. It It's goodbye for now, my darlings. Until next week, you must try this at home. Remember, reversing words is so much fun. Ta-ta!
Do you like what you're hearing on Alex Gordon Radio? Do you want to hear yourself on Alex Gordon Radio?
Well, you can. If you live in the Atlanta area, have your folks send us an email to alexgordonradio@gmail.com.
If you don't live in Atlanta, don't sweat it. You can be on Alex Gordon Radio too.
Just record what you want to say on a smartphone, Android, Bebop, ZipZip, or whatever you use. You can even record yourself on a laptop. Once you've recorded what you want to say, have your folks send it to us at alexgordonradio@gmail.com.
And that goes for anyone who's 18 and younger. Alex Gordon Radio is here for you.
So use it.
Thank you for listening to Alex Gordon Radio.
Ta-ta!